What up, YouTube? I don't have to be to work for another maybe half an hour, so decided to take the liberty to make a video. One of my last videos, my dude Javon Murray, he asked me at what point in my transition did I decide to put my foot down about my name. Javon, I didn't. My transition and me coming out trans, I feel it's so much easier for me because I don't put so many emphasis on who I am. You know what I mean? Like, who I am is who I've always been. You know, the only thing that changed was my gender marker, because I am still me. You know what I mean? Like, who I am to my family, I still am. Who I was to my family, I still am. You know what I mean? Like, so I really did put emphasis. Obviously, my name isn't the same name that I had prior to. But I never let people call me that in the first place. Now, the name my mom's gave me, I was never cool with. So when people called me it, I didn't answer to it. So once I changed my name on paper, it really wasn't a big deal for me to tell people not to call me, you know, by my previous government name, because I never let people call me it anyway. I never liked it. Even before my transition, I've always told people my name was gonna be Aaron. You know, when I was maybe 13 or 14, you know, I used to tell people that it should be my decision on what my name was gonna be. And I still feel like that, no matter what your transition is, no matter what gender you are, no matter where you was born or who you was born under, your name should be your decision. You know, as a baby, obviously, you can't choose your name. But as an adult, yes. I feel like you should be able to, don't mind the puffball. I feel like as an adult, you should be able to change your name. You know, it should be somewhere stating that at a certain age, you can change your name for free. And that's just me. But I feel like I don't really have problem with dysphoria because I don't put so many emphasis on who I am. You know what I mean? Like, I am still me. Like, some of my family still call me Shay, but it doesn't bother me because I'm still me. You know what I mean? Like, my gender marker changed. My mannerism's still the same. You know what I mean? Like, the things I like and the things I hate are still the same. Places I enjoy going, all of my memories, that is still me. You know what I'm saying? So when I talk to my family, only thing that they gotta change is my gender. You know, only thing they gotta change is my pronouns. And that's the only thing that matters to me. You know what I mean? Like I said, they don't call me by what my mom's call me because I never went by that name anyway. You know what I mean? So I don't put those many emphasis on who I am and what I want people to look at me as, because I am the same male I have always been. You know, like, my sisters and brothers, they've always called me their brother. You know, I got uncles and aunties and cousins. You know, my uncles and aunties used to call me niece-few. You know what I mean? So since my transition, all they did was drop the niece and only call me nephew. So I would say my best advice to people that has already transitioned, that still have problem with pronouns and names, and all our little brothers that are still preteen, don't put so many emphasis on everything. You know, you are who you are, and nobody can change that. You know, if there's people in your life that don't accept you, then they weren't meant for you no way. You know what I mean? So, it just like it's a transition for you, it's a transition for everybody. You know, you don't stand in your transition alone. You know, it's more of a personal experience with you, but your family and your friends, close relatives, it's a transition for them. You know, you gotta give people time. especially if you came from dressing like a female or especially if you are one of those men with feminine mannerisms. It takes time. You know what I'm saying? It just takes time. Not everybody is gonna accept you. You know, people expect their families to accept them more than their friends, and to be honest, it's the hardest for them. You know, the family is the hardest on you. So I mean, you just really gotta take your time. It's really the biggest advice I got. So to answer your question, Javon, I never actually put my foot down about it. I just didn't change who I was. That's it. I've just always been. I've grown. My gender marker changed. My voice has deepened. I'm growing facial hair. Jawbone thickens. But inside, I still am who I've always been. I've always been Aaron. You know, I've always told people that my name was gonna be Aaron, and all I did was make that a reality. So I've always been as I always have been. I've always been me.